Hello there, Rachel. I just wanted to let you know that I would be headed over there in the afternoon. I was thinking that I would arrive by about 3 this afternoon, if that's okay.
You mean 3 this afternoon today? Are you asking about coming over today?
That's exactly what I mean. Also, I'm about to go out for lunch with some friends right now. I was thinking that I could buy something sweet, like a cake for my son and granddaughter.
Oh, I see. Well, I'm really, really sorry about this, but I don't think that 3 today is going to work. I'm really happy that you wanted to do this, but we have plans then, so...
Wait, what? But I thought that you worked from home, right? Are you telling me that you aren't going to be at home then?
Well, I just have a few meetings that I have to get to around then.
Wait a second. If you're going to be out of the house, then are you going to be at home by the time Tammy gets back from school?
Of course I was. But Tammy has her after-school club today, so she isn't going to get home until a little later.
I see. And here I was thinking that I would go all out and buy something really, really special. But man, you really couldn't have picked worse timing for me to be doing all of this. What is the matter with you?
I'm really sorry, Aaron. I didn't mean to cause you so much inconvenience.
Well, anyways, how have things been over there lately?
I take it that you're asking about Tammy and not me, right?
And when have I ever asked about how you are? Of course I'm talking about Tammy. But more than that, I want to know about how things are going with making me another grandchild. I told you that I want a boy. It's been 5 whole years now, and you still haven't been able to give me one. Just how much longer are you going to keep me waiting?
Aaron, we've talked about this before, but I don't get to choose what the sex of my baby is.
Oh, please. Just how long are you going to trot out that old excuse, huh? Don't you know that there's no point in having daughters? Besides, you're already in your late 30s. You really need to start thinking about this more seriously. I mean, you know that you might never even be able to have another child, right?
Aaron, Brad and I have Tammy, and we are very happy and thankful that she has grown up happy and healthy. And if we have another child, that would also be amazing. But it isn't our top of our priority list.
Well, you're talking as if kids are things that just happen, but you have to work to get one. I mean, what if you never have a son? Are you really fine ending my whole bloodline right then and there?
I would think that Tammy would carry it on if she chose to have kids when she gets older.
You do realize that Tammy is a girl, don't you? She's not going to be carrying on my family name. It'll be her husband's.
If it really matters to you that much, maybe she'll find a man who's okay with taking his wife's name. I mean, you hear about that kind of thing happening more and more these days, right?
That is not what I'm talking about, and you know it. I want a boy. You need to give me a grandson who can actually carry on the family name.
Well, I'm sorry, but I really don't know what I could even do about that.
Honestly, talking to you is like speaking to a brick wall or something. I just can't get anywhere with you at all. Back in my day, everyone knew that a wife couldn't give her husband's family a son was just a useless drain on everyone around her. But I guess you would tell me that the times have changed, huh? I guess all you feminist types now don't even care about having boys to carry on the family name. But you'll regret it when you're older. You'll learn that there's no real value in having a daughter. It only matters if you can have a son.
Aaron, how can you say that when you have a daughter as well as a son? Don't you think you're being just a bit rude?
What are you talking about? Have you even seen my daughter? She is the exact embodiment of everything that I'm talking about.
How can you say that about a human being, let alone your own child, Aaron? I really just don't get you.
And now I guess you must be thinking of me as the bad guy in all of this, aren't you?
I never said that. Please stop twisting my words to suit your needs. I really don't appreciate it.
Oh, please. I know that after this you're going to run back to Brad and cry to him about all the mean things that I've been saying. After all, that's what you've always done ever since the two of you got married, isn't it? When are you going to learn how to be an adult and stick up for yourself, huh? Aren't you embarrassed to be acting this way?
I am not going to run to Brad and tell him any of this, thank you very much.
Yeah, sure. Whatever you say. You must think I'm a real moron to all for that one. But you and your daughter are the same as my daughter. Completely useless. I wish you had a son instead. Then maybe I could have at least had some real love for my only grandchild.
Aaron, you are really taking this whole thing too far right now. I really recommend that you stop.
Well, I've already said all that I came here to say, so I guess I can stop anyway. But anyways, if you're not going to give me a grandson, I guess I'll just have to think of another way to get one. Hello, Rachel. I just wanted to let you know that I'll be coming over this Friday, so have some dinner ready for when I arrive.
Hello, Erin. I'm really sorry to tell you this, but I'm not going to be at home on Friday.
Wait, what? Where are you going to be? Away with your family or something like that?
No, it's nothing like that. But I have a business trip that I have to go on and I can't miss it.
A business trip? How does that work? I thought that you worked from home, right? I should know. I was the one that allowed you to do so in the first place.
Well, yes, this trip is just a little irregular, but they do still happen, so it shouldn't really be that surprising.
So basically, you're telling me that because of this one in a blue moon business trip, you are going to be leaving the whole house empty? Just who is going to look after Tammy then, huh? And what about when she comes home from school? Is she just going to be all alone?
No, we would never do something like that. Brad is going to take off work early while I'm away on this trip.
I really just don't know what to do with you anymore, Erin. I mean, it was already tough enough letting you work, but now you're telling me that it's interfering with my son's work? You know, you really should just quit your job and become a full-time stay-at-home with nothing else going on.
I'm sorry that you feel that way, Erin, but I am not going to do that.
Oh, trust me. I didn't expect you to. When have you ever done the sensible thing?
Erin, come on, you can't just announce that you're going to come over and then get upset when we have something going on in our lives.
All I want to do is spend a little time with my grandchild. I don't need to be treated this way. You hardly ever let me get to see my son when all I want to do is cook nice things for the two of them and treat them.
Okay then, if that's really what you want to do, I can talk to my husband.
And just why in the world would you have to talk to Brad about any of this? You are really starting to make me angry. Do you know that?
Well, it sounds to me like you want to take care of Tammy for a little bit. So if you're going to, then I need to tell him that he doesn't need to come home early.
That's right. We shouldn't be putting off all the burden of being a dad on poor Brad. After all, it's the weekend the next day anyways. Why don't we just have Tammy come and spend a couple of nights in my house? There's nothing to be worried about there, right?
No, I know how much you love your granddaughter, so I don't have any problem letting her stay with you.
Well, excellent. And yes, I've really come around to her, and she is just so much like her father. Of course, if she was the boy, that would be even better, but we can't always get what we want now, can we?
Yeah, I guess not, but I think that Tammy is amazing just the way she is.
Well, great. It's decided then. She's going to come over to my house and spend a few nights with her grandmother. Maybe she'll even be able to eat real cooking since I know what I'm doing as a true housewife. I'm sure your cooking is fine, but it's nothing compared to me.
Well, if you really think that, I guess I'll have to get to work on my skills a bit then.
If you really think that you'll ever be able to catch up to my skills, then you have to start practicing now. Because I've seen your cooking, and it looks so bad that they wouldn't even serve it to the sick at hospitals. I mean, it's just sad what you put your family through all because you want to work.
Okay then. Thank you for those inspiring words. I'll do my best from here on out.
I know that you're all talk. You aren't actually going to do a single thing I say, are you? And I doubt that you and Brad are making any headway on the baby-making front either. Isn't that right?
I'm really sorry that I'm not cooking or having babies well enough to meet your standards, Erin.
Whatever. Just tell Brad that Tammy's going to be staying with me for a little while. And tell Tammy that I'll be picking her up from school today. Mommy? Are you there? Please answer me.
Tammy, is that you? What are you doing up so late? You should be in bed. Are you at Grandma's house right now? Did you have to get up to use the bathroom or something like that? You know that I'm just going to be out of town until tomorrow, don't you?
Mom, please. I'm really, really hurt. It hurts so bad.
It hurts? What do you mean, sweetie? What hurts?
I just want to go home. I don't want to be at Grandma's house anymore. She told me that I was a bad girl, and now I'm locked in Grandma's shed.
Wait, what? What happened? Why are you in the shed? I don't understand.
I don't know. Grandma started saying all these mean things about you, and so I asked her to stop talking about you like that, and then she told me that I needed a spanking.
You mean that Grandma hit you? Is that what you're telling me?
That's right. She said it was because I was being a bad girl. She told me that little girls shouldn't talk the way that I was talking, and that I was being very naughty.
What in the world is that woman thinking? Where is your grandma right now?
I think she said that she was going to take a bath after she locked me in here. She told me that I have to wait in here until she was down. But it's so black, and I can't see anything, and I'm really, really scared right now. I don't know when Grandma's going to be done with her bath, or if she's going to hit me again when she comes to get me.
Okay, Tammy, I understand. You just hang on just a little bit, okay? I'm going to talk to your dad about this. But you said that you were hurt, right? Are you okay? Can you move?
I'm okay. It just hurts a little bit to sit down right now, but it really did hurt when Grandma was spanking me.
I am so sorry that you had to go through that, sweetie. Grandma should not have done that to you.
But why are you apologizing, Mom? I learned that you should only have to do that if you did something bad.
Well, I did do something bad. I should have never ever agreed to send you to Grandma's in the first place. But you are not a bad girl. It's Grandma who's the bad guy here, okay?
I was only trying to tell Grandma that in school, they taught us that it's bad to say mean things about people, especially when they aren't around to do anything about it. I was just telling Grandma that she was sounding a little bit like bullies from my school, but then she said that she could say whatever she wanted about you.
Tammy, I am so sorry all this is happening right now. Your dad is already on his way. Do you think you can hang on there just a little bit longer, please?
You mean that Dad is coming to pick me up and take me back home?
That's right, he said he's on his way right now, so you just need to wait a little bit longer for him. I know that you can do it. You're a strong, smart, good girl, Tammy. Erin, are you there? We have to talk about what happened yesterday.
What are you talking about? I don't have a single thing to say to you after the way you ripped my granddaughter away from me. But to think that you didn't even have the guts to do it yourself, so you had to send my son too. You really are a horrible daughter-in-law. Do you know that? Why do you always have to treat me like this? You tell my son that I didn't do anything wrong right now.
Except that you hit our daughter and locked her in the shed. Do you really call that nothing?
Oh, please. It's not like she's a baby or something. She's already in the 3rd grade. You can't just baby your children forever, you know.
If you think that's the case, then surely a woman your age should know that it's wrong to hit a child.
Now you listen here. I did what I did because your daughter was getting smart with me. All I did was take my rule and did what was done to me when I was little. It wasn't even that hard. It wasn't like I was trying to break anything.
I don't care what you have to say for yourself. When Brad picked up Tammy, she said that her rear end was red and swollen.
Well, would you rather I hit her in the face instead?
Did you really just ask me that? I don't even know what to say to something like that, Erin.
Well, this is all your fault anyways. You're the one that's always babying Tammy. I did what I had to try and discipline your daughter. And you should know that the only reason I held back was because of how much she looks like my son. But that's where the similarities stop. She clearly got your personality, which explains a lot.
You really need to get a grip, Erin. I mean, surely you know that all you're teaching Tammy is to fear physical punishment. Besides, Tammy told me you were hitting her because she asked you to stop bad-mouthing me to her.
I wasn't bad-mouthing anything. I was only telling your daughter the truth about her mother. And I was explaining to her how horrible you were for not having a son, and how you never keep the house clean, and how your cooking is atrocious. Now really, can you actually say any of that isn't true?
And just what do you think bad-mouthing a child's parents to their face is going to do for them?
Well, because clearly it comes from a grandparent, then it must be true. I just wanted to make sure Tammy understood what was going on around her. And you're the one at fault for not teaching your daughter to have better manners. What happened to respecting your elders, huh?
You really think that being older means that you can act however you want?
And just what is that supposed to mean?
I mean that I am not going to let you get away with this. I trusted you with my daughter, and that was my fault. But you are going to pay for what you've done to her. We are going to cut you out of our lives.
And just what do you mean by that, huh? Have you gone totally crazy? And what about Brad? Are you going to leave him and live all by yourself?
What does that have to do with anything?
I mean, that's all I was doing was trying to look after my grandchild. I was just doing you both a favor.
When did either of us ask you to hit our daughter?
That's part of the looking after. I'm the grandma, and it's my job to make sure Tammy grows up well.
Actually, that's our job as her parents, thank you very much. And if you think we're going to stand aside while you hit our Tammy, you are dead wrong. Brad and I have been more than fair in the patience that we've shown you, but you've done nothing but throw it back in our faces.
Of course you're supposed to be patient with me. I'm the mother-in-law. I can't do any wrong. You need to apologize to me right this moment.
In your dreams, I am never going to apologize to you, and you are never, ever going to see my daughter ever again. You're never going to see any of us again, in fact.
Well, then I guess that means you won't be getting any of my late husband's inheritance. I'll just give it all to my daughter instead. What do you think about that?
That's fine. We already told you that we don't want anything to do with you, and that includes your money. But I wouldn't be so sure about your daughter Lisa. She isn't happy about what you did either. In fact, she has half a mind to join us in cutting you off.
What are you talking about? She wouldn't really do that to me.
Well, she might after we told her the way that you treated your granddaughter and all the horrible things you've said about your daughter in general.
Well, it doesn't mean that I don't love her or anything like that. But obviously, a boy is just more valuable than a girl. That is simple math, is it not?
You keep going on and on about needing an heir, but for what? There's no company to be inherited. No vast legacy to be carried on. You just want someone to have the same last name as you, and that's it. But it doesn't actually matter. Nobody but you cares about any of that, I can guarantee you.
But then, if both my children cut me out of their life, then what am I supposed to do? Please, you have to tell my kids that I haven't done anything wrong. I'm begging you. You have to know I was doing all of this for Tammy.
Well, you're the only one who sees it that way. But you should have listened to Tammy when she told you that you were being nothing but a bully.
You're right. I was a bad one. I'll apologize to Tammy. I'll buy her whatever she wants. Just tell me what she's been bugging you and Brad to buy for her.
What part of you are never going to see Tammy again don't you understand? There's no coming back from this. It's over and you are finished.
Please, you can't do this to me. My family is all that I have left. Without them, I'll be all alone in this world. I can't live like that. You have to forgive me for this. Nothing like it is ever going to happen again. I promise that I'll be nice. Just please don't leave me all alone.
You should have thought about being left like this before you did what you did. You are the oldest of everyone involved, and yet you didn't even think twice about hitting a child that wasn't yours. Well, I hope you get what's coming to you. After that, Erin began to blow up my phone with calls and messages begging for forgiveness. I ignored them all and finally ended up blocking her. I didn't want to hear any more excuses for the way that she treated my daughter. I thought that having Tammy spend more time with her grandma might have helped in bringing around Erin to having a granddaughter, but I know now that I was wrong to believe that. Brad and I decided to move to a new house after cutting his mom off so that we would never have to hear from her again. We even changed our number just in case. Thankfully, Brad's job had a branch office in a town that we had always talked about living in. He was able to get his transfer, and we were so excited to move. With my job being fully remote, it was very easy to explain to my boss what was going on and where we would be moving to. We thankfully haven't heard from her since, though we do get updates now and then from Brad's sister. She decided not to cut her mom off, if for no other reason than because she thought someone needed to be there to keep an eye on her. The move wasn't the easiest for Tammy, but Brad and I sat her down and explained to her why we were changing houses. I'm sure that Tammy never thought to think of her grandma as being someone to worry so much about, but I just worried about how all this would affect her when she was older. Thankfully, Tammy has been adjusting quite well and has even made some new friends at her new school. We have her talking with a child therapist about her grandmother, so that by the time she's an adult, she will hopefully move past much of the trauma of what happened. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to see more content like this.